Imagine this, it's 2026, you just got your salary. Maybe it even increased this year, you feel good for a moment, but then you go grocery shopping. Everything feels more expensive. Your electricity bill, higher again. Rent, don't even ask. Fuel, up. Food delivery, way up. And suddenly you're thinking, wait, didn't I just get a raise? Why do I still feel broke? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your salary didn't shrink. But your money did, and most people don't even realize it's happening. Most people believe this simple idea. As long as my salary increases, I'm doing fine. It sounds logical, right? If you earn more money this year than last year, you should be better off. But here's where things quietly go wrong, because your salary doesn't exist in isolation. It exists in a system, and that system is constantly changing the value of your money. Let's say in 2024 you were earning 100,000 rupees a month. In 2026 your salary increases to 120,000 as. That feels like progress, but what if everything around you became 30% more expensive? Now your higher salary is actually buying you less than before. This is the trap, and almost everyone falls into it, because we focus on how much we earn, but ignore how much our money can actually do. Let's break this down in the simplest way possible. Think of your money like water in a bucket. Your salary is the water you pour in. Inflation, that's the tiny holes at the bottom of the bucket. At first, you don't notice the leaks, but over time, no matter how much water you pour in, the bucket never feels full. That's exactly what inflation is doing to your salary in 2026. Now let's make it even more real. A few years ago, you could fill your grocery cart with 5,000. Today, the same cart costs 8,000 or more. Nothing about your lifestyle changed, but the price of living did. This is called purchasing power, and it's the only thing that actually matters, not how much you earn, but what your money can buy. Here's the dangerous part. Inflation doesn't hit all at once. It creeps in slowly. A little increase in food, a little increase in rent, a little increase in transport. Individually, it feels manageable, but combined, it silently destroys your financial progress. Let's look at a simple example. David earns 80,000 rupees per month in 2023. By 2026, his salary becomes $100,000. That's a 25% increase. Sounds great. But during the same time, rent increased by 40%. Food increased by 35%. Fuel increased by 50%. Now David isn't winning. He's actually falling behind. While thinking he's moving forward, psychology, insight section. Here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just a financial problem, it's a psychological one. Humans think in nominal terms, meaning we focus on numbers. More money, better. But we rarely think in real terms, meaning actual value. Your brain celebrates the salary increase. It ignores the fact that your lifestyle is getting more expensive faster than your income. This creates a dangerous illusion. I'm earning more, so I must be doing fine. But deep down, you feel the stress. You feel like money is slipping through your fingers. You feel like no matter how hard you work, it's never enough. That feeling? That's inflation quietly working against you. Another psychological trap is lifestyle adaptation. When your salary increases, you naturally upgrade your life. Slightly better food, more convenience. Maybe a new phone, better living standards. It feels deserved. But here's the problem. Inflation is already increasing your expenses. And now you're adding more on top. So instead of moving forward, you're stuck running in place. Or worse, going backwards. Core idea reveal. So what's really happening in 2026? Inflation is not just making things expensive. It's changing the rules of money. In the past, saving money in a bank felt safe. Today, if your money isn't growing faster than inflation, you're losing money every single day, even if your bank balance stays the same. Its value is shrinking. That's the part most people never understand. Inflation doesn't steal your money directly, it steals its power. Think about this. If inflation is 10% per year and your salary increases by 5%, you are effectively getting poorer by 5% every year, but it doesn't feel like it because your brain sees a bigger number and assumes progress. This is why so many people feel stuck in 2026. They're working harder than ever, earning more than before, but still struggling financially, not because they're doing something wrong, but because they're playing a game where the rules changed and nobody told them. Practical takeaway. So what should you actually do? First, shift how you think about money. Stop asking, how much am I earning? Start asking, how much is my money growing compared to inflation? Second, understand this simple rule: saving money alone is no longer enough. If your money is just sitting, inflation is slowly eating it. You need your money to work. That means learning about investing assets, income streams, not in a complicated way, but in a simple, practical way. Third, be careful with lifestyle upgrades. Just because you earn more doesn't mean you should spend more, especially in an inflation-heavy environment, because every extra expense today becomes a permanent burden tomorrow. Fourth, focus on increasing your real income, not just your salary. Real income means income that grows faster than inflation. This could be skills that are in demand, side income sources, investments that grow over time. And finally, pay attention. Most people ignore inflation until it's too late, but the earlier you understand it, the easier it is to stay ahead. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. In 2026, doing normal things with money is no longer enough. Working hard, saving money, and hoping things improve. That strategy is slowly failing because inflation doesn't care how hard you work. It only cares whether your money is growing or not. So the next time you get your salary, don't just feel happy because it increased. Ask yourself, is my money actually becoming more powerful or quietly losing value? Because once you understand that, you stop chasing bigger numbers and start building real wealth. And that's the difference between staying stuck and finally getting ahead.